Hey everybody, today we're going to be working on Microsoft Word Project 2, which is the cover letter and resume. The first thing you'll want to do is download the attached files with the samples. We're going to go ahead and start with the cover letter. The great thing about this project is that this cover letter template pretty much gives us everything we need to know about how to write a cover letter. It's got all the spacing already done for you, and it's going to be a really great starting point for us. Because it does have so much information contained in the document itself, I'm going to go ahead and start off by showing you guys how to do the mail merger. So you're going to go to Tools, Mail Merge Manager. And we are going to create a new mail merger, and we're going to use the form letters form. So we want to go to Get List, and we're going to create a new data source. Unless there's anything that you plan on using other than things that are already listed over here, then we should be good to go. So you're going to press OK, and you're going to save that somewhere on your computer. I'm going to save mine as mail merger _ cover letter. So that's going to bring up this data form. So you want to fill this data form in with all the information you can about the people that you're going to send your cover letter to. So I'm going to go ahead and use my boss's information for example. So he's Mr. J. Ross. Attorney at law. Alright, so we've got our first one in there. Now, you're going to repeat this 5 times because we want to go ahead and send this mail merger to everyone, especially potential internship employers. And like the directions say, we want to send it to at least 5 people. So this is what my completed resume cover letter looks like. As you can see, I've got all the information it asks for, and you can see my mail merger pieces. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how you can insert those right now. So here is where we have the company. You're going to go back over to your mail merger, which is your list, and click on whichever type of piece of information you want to insert into your document, and you're just going to give it You're actually not going to click it. You're going to drag and drop that into the portion of your document where you want that to go. So if I wanted my job title here at the end, I would just push job title in there. So the information you're going to have to put in there is the company, job title, company, address, city, state, zip code, and the person's title, first and last name, so that when we want to go and put all of this into the document, if we want to preview it, all you have to do is come over here and click Preview Results, ABC, and it'll go ahead and put in all of that information for us. Like I said before, everybody should have 5 sources. So if you want to go preview all of your sources, all you have to do is go to Next Record. And it will automatically update the information for you. And that is how you insert a mail merger. So after you have your mail merger all done and you've put in all of your information into your resume, the next thing you're gonna want to do is give it a little bit of flair. Make it personal. Nobody likes to look at a bland resume. It's important to have something that pops a little bit and sets you apart from all your competition, but something that also looks very professional. So once we're done with our cover letter, we're going to go ahead and move on to the resume. So now we're on to the resume. This is the sample resume that we've got up for you guys to take a look at, and it's a pretty good one. It gives you great direction on what to put on here, what's important and what's not. And it is a very sleek looking resume. It's nice. It has some bolded words. It has some bullets. It's very aesthetically pleasing. And like I said earlier, you want to make sure that your cover letter and resume set you apart but aren't too flashy. So what you're going to want to do is, using this form, is to fill in the information based on yourself. And you want to do a great job, because if you send this resume and cover letter to your advisor or to career services to have them look it over, you will be eligible for some extra credit points. And it's always just good to have a nice working resume. That way, if you ever need it, you can send it in just a moment's notice. So as you can see, this is a copy of my resume. Like I said before, it has information on it similar to what was on the example, but I've added some extra things and I've omitted some things that personally for me work better on my resume for the types of things that I'm going to be applying for. So another thing we want to make sure to do before we finalize this as our resume is these borders, while they're really, really helpful for us when we are actually constructing the resume, we want to make sure that those are not there when we actually send it out to prospective employers. So what you're going to want to do is you want to right click on this box in the corner, and we want to go down to Table Properties. We want to get those grid lines out of here. We're going to go Borders and Shading, and then when we go to Settings, we want None, and press OK, and press OK again, and that takes away all of those ugly looking lines to give you what I think looks like a very nice, very professional resume. As you can tell from this and the cover letter, I did stylize my name the same so that it looks like they go together, and I made sure to use my school as well as my professional email address. That's another big important piece of information for you guys to know, is you always want to use a very professional looking email address. You know, your personal one that you made when you were, 16 is probably not as professional as it needs to be for a resume. So now that we've got our resumes and our cover letters all done, the last big thing that I need to let you guys know about is when you are submitting your assignments, you're going to attach 3 things for us. You're going to attach your actual resume and cover letter, and then you're also going to want to attach that mail merger that we used earlier for the cover letter. Because if you don't, it won't actually give us access to all those contacts that you put in there. But other than that, that is how you make a professional resume and cover letter.